new stream or same stream there, Trips?
New stream. No, same stream. Same stream. Should be same stream. Why is it not showing though?
I see it. I'm watching it at the moment, at least.
Yeah, I'm watching on Sniper's stream.
Yeah, no. GTSA 1 is back up and running. Again, I apologize.
Okay. Awesome.
I really apologize. I don't know what's happening.
Now. So it looks like they are qualifying.
It looks like I'm missing one driver though, Bryson.
He is loading in, trying to get back in there. Let us know in chat who do you think is going to win? Who do you think's going to come out on top at the end of the league? Not just team, but as well the driver of the day. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, on my side, I think it's going to be. There's a couple fast LNR guys, KBR EcoBoost, and we've got guys like Kellen Pace and Dinky, so we should have quite a good challenge at the front there, and then it depends on what the rest of the guys do.
See, Danny says Dinky for the win.
Someone's got some music on there.
Nope, not me.
I'm just gonna keep muting my mic when I'm not speaking, just in case there's an extra echo, because this mic is pretty freaking volume pick-uppy. Yeah. There's the word sensitive. Yeah, personally, like it's gonna be very close or like very up and down in terms of I don't know what the strategies are gonna be. From what we've seen, it's gonna be pretty much like odds flat out, I suppose. Maybe subject to change depending on what happens during the race. But the time so far, what I'm seeing is very, very close.
I mean, I don't know anything about the LNR guys' strats, but I'm very interested to see how they manage the tire wear and what type of strat they're going to go with, what tires they selected to start with, etc. You know, it's going to be very interesting. And who knows, maybe they'll all end up sort of similar, but I'd like to see some variety, but we'll see.
Yeah, so hopefully the guys survive the tire wear times 20 tonight. Lots of hard tires I think are going to die, possibly some mediums, and I very much doubt any softs other than qualifying. But yeah, strategy will be important. You are doing quite a bit of the practice there, Mr. Hollywood.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what you think the strategy was? What would you be using if you were called up as the sub tonight?
I definitely would. Obviously, the optimal is to go with the softs on quali. That's a given. And I think it's obviously clear that if you quali above third place, with a teammate, if you trust the guy, like, you know, at the top that's fast. If you were to start on the mediums, it could be a strat, but I do think that it'll be optimal going with the hards first. You want to do about 13 laps on the hards in the first stint, manage the fuel well, and then that second stint as well, possibly going with a hard, but there's also an option to do a medium at the end.
Okay, great. See on WhatsApp, Donovan was saying something about them restarting the qualifying, get Ghost Killer Pace back into the lobby there.
The thing is, the longer we hang on, the closer it will get to load shedding at 10 o'clock, which you want to avoid as much as possible.
Yeah,
definitely. It's a 53-minute race, so they basically have about 15 minutes before the race must start.
Yeah, at least there is some time there, that's fair.
I see on Kalen's stream they actually just started. Okay. I think this is, the qualifier. No, now we're gonna see the guy's face, which is gonna be really, really interesting.
That is gonna be interesting, yes. Steven, the link you shared on the WhatsApp, is that one up?
I think so. Just check your computer.
So I do want to mention that we don't have any telemetry showing because of the requests from the LNR guys. They don't want any information being shared over unnecessarily or things like that. So if you don't see the guys' speed, tire wear, things like that, we do apologize. It's just to make it fair for everyone, making sure no information is passed over and giving someone an unfair advantage.
You're right. As much as there is a stream delay, that 8 seconds means nothing in terms of a 50-minute race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except when there's some action, you know.
Exactly. And I don't know, like... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we needed to have someone watching both streams to relay the info to our drivers.
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
I think like it's to be fair, that is a good decision by LNR to say no telemetry, because it is team versus team, and obviously each team will want to have as big an advantage as they can in any sort of way. Avoiding obviously cheating, but yeah, we make it fair by not showing telemetry, which is fine. We get to see the cars flying by very beautifully.
As much as it is a community thing and a fun sort of challenge, there is still going to be this team sort of rivalry, you know.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the rivalry between GTSA and LNR is not something that's unknown. There's obviously some friction in certain places, but all in good fun. Great action that comes out of it as well. And whenever there's a league versus league race, it's always, you know, somebody wants to prove a point, somebody wants to be the best, and everybody wants their team to win. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we do our parts as the hosts, admins, assistants, livery designers, whatever you want to call it, to be unbiased and impartial and give you guys the action as it is, as it happens as well.
Yeah, and Trivs, if you have friction, you need to use lube. But on that subject, your liveries are looking great on the GTSA cars, so thanks for that.
Thank you.
Man,
thank
they
you.
are awesome.
Much appreciated, guys. Yeah, it was a fluke to make this, making it difficult to make the Corvette for next week, which is the GTSA vs LNR round 2, but those also hopefully come out amazing. We definitely got some team efforts going around there, but yeah, all cars are looking great. It's nice to see that each team has their own livery decided, and as we're talking there, KBR EcoBoost goes into the lead by 0.187, just ahead of KBR Nilo, followed closely by KBR Ghost. I think I'm seeing a pattern here, guys. Scratch that, Deaky has just taken first by a staggering 0.260.
Nice.
And then just below KBR Nilo is KBR Ghost. Then you have Safwan Nadim, Sirius Sam, KBR Gillibrain, Ghost Killer Pace, KBR Wolfie, Jeth C491, Nitro Merlin, KLM Pace, RTA Fluffy Butt, Supermanny, and then Pace has dropped down yet again. Not too sure what's going on with his pace, but I'm sure he's going to show something sooner or later.
Yeah, they're going to pick it up now. I know how they're, obviously being on the inside there, I know how their qualies were going, you know, to get that quali time. So we'll see it on the next lap. And also it'll be nice to, I mean, at least we get to see the lap times as well. So during the race we'll be able to say, you know, these are good laps or not. And if it's on point on this strat as well. So even though there's no telemetry, we will have a little bit of inside info since I was in there.
And then you would know Deaky did his first flying lap because he wasn't around to practice. He just rocks up and blitzes everyone.
Exactly, it's just so hilarious actually.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys.
Man came with his NOS. Yeah. I'm just listening in here.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that needs to practice for weeks and weeks and weeks just to be a mediocre driver at best. So when I see these guys, it's definitely a lot of jealousy comes about. But that's what differentiates the top tier oaks, the guys in the first split, to the guys like me that are in the middle and do this just for fun.
Yeah, what I'm seeing a lot here is the guys are going in for softs, because like once, maybe twice, because the left. I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself echo here. But the softs will probably give you about 2, maybe 3 good laps at max before it starts really falling off. But everyone seems to be in the 126 point low to mid 126s, so it's going to be extremely close.
It is going to be, and 26 is exactly where they need to be hitting.
Yeah, and a bit of teamwork might come into it there with a nice slipstream. We're looking currently at Manny with Ghost Killer in 10th behind him, but Ghost Killer in the perfect distance to pick up a bit of a slipstream, sorry. Behind him, Fluffy Butt, who's on his first flying lap because he stopped for tyres, so he should be jumping up. And yeah, teamwork's going to be important with such a close qualifying.
100%. We see Manny going back into the pits for the second time now during quali on him. Teamwork here is very important, especially when you want to make use of that slip, like you said. But on top of that, if you make a slight mistake because of that times 20 tyre wear, you could mess up the guys behind you. So you want to make sure you don't interfere with not just your teammates but the other drivers as well. You want to be as cordial as you can during qualifying. You don't want to be that guy that ends up spinning and taking everyone out halfway down the track. I say
yeah,
that
I was
guy.
that guy in practice, so I know what that's like.
Yeah, I'm that guy as well, so I stay clear away from this. Kalen's put in a great time now after quite a rocky start, but got him up into 4th position. It's a great position for him. So it looks like, as it stands, GTSA taking 1st spot, LNR coming in 2nd, and then 3 down to 4 again is GTSA, and then it's very well split around here, I guess, especially how the points are laid out. Like you said, it is a MotoGP point system that you guys are using, so it's going to be very tight coming down to the wire here. Last lap issues again. This is what we love to see. This is usually what happens, and it's what makes racing so exciting and competitive.
Shout out to Superman, currently in 3rd. He's normally mid-pack in our Pool 1 races, towards the front, but to be ahead of Kalen, it's a good lap from him.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've seen him
26.2
improve
is a
at
very good lap,
pace.
by the way.
Yeah, we've seen him improve
Yeah.
a lot this year so far. Very good from him.
I think he was the most improved in GTSA last year, or one of the top 3 most improved.
100%.
I think EcoBoost was also, he was a newcomer of the year, racing in our league as well.
Oh, Bryson going 2nd. Never mind, Nilo going 2nd, Bryson 3rd, yeah. Gee, that's
Nilo's
insanely
very quick,
close.
by the way. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go quiet, my power's going off in about 5 minutes. Hopefully we get to see the start of the race in 3, but maybe just keep an eye on the WhatsApp there, Trivs, to one of the guys can send me an invite back into the party if I
Sure.
message.
Sure. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens, including my phone open. Don't stress. We've got this. We're not
Gee whiz.
missing a moment of action here, guys.
This
I've
is
got-
Hacker Man we're talking to here.
I've got the PlayStation on one screen. I've got Sniper's stream on another one. I've got Kalen's stream on another one. I've got chat yet seeing what you guys are saying, and as things come up, we'll definitely discuss that. And now we've got WhatsApp just to make sure we don't miss any important information.
We've got about a minute left in qualifying.
Mind going through all the cars, Dekos?
Yes, you know what?
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Let's start at the top yet again. Distinct Deaky taking it just by the skin of his hair there is, I wanted to say something else, but then I realized halfway through that sentence, we family show here. So it's a 0.049 seconds just ahead of KBR Nilo, who is insanely quick. And also I hear he's quite consistent, so that's going to be a nice tough battle up front. Close behind there with the 0.162 gap to Nilo and a 2.11 gap to the front is Ghost Killer Pace, followed closely by KBR EcoBoost, then Supermanny, and right behind him is KLM Pace as well. We've got Safwan Nadeem, who's called it a day for his qualifying, parking in the pits, just chilling off, maybe changing some tires and getting ready for race time. Then KBR EcoBoost is chilling on the sidelines, hoping he doesn't have connection issues. I think he's just done that to get out of the way because qualifying's almost done. RTA Fluffy Butt coming in 9th, Sam in 10th, KBR Gillibrain in 11th, DMRE Nitro Merlin in 12th, KBR Wolfie in 13th, and bringing up the rear, not far behind though, just 1.23 seconds away from the front, is Jeth C491. This is going to be an insanely close race, guys, because you have 14 of arguably the top races in South Africa that are consistent and that are always part of the leagues here, all within just over a second of each other, in very obviously the same cars, no tunings allowed, that was guaranteed, but it can be anybody's race here. I think one small mess up with times 20 tire wear can set you from the back to the front, or the front to the back. I don't know what to say. I'm on the edge of my seat already, and the race hasn't even started. We're on the last lap. Can anybody clinch something here, get a little bit better time? I don't think so.
Yes, I'm also sitting with such a huge smile on my face. This is insane. 14 drivers separated by a second, just over a second. The thing is about this track, the section 2, basically, the first to second sector, there's going to be some tight racing, so I would like to not see any incidents, but it's likely to happen with everyone like trying their best to just get by the next driver, teammates or not.
Especially on hard tires.
Yeah, that first lap is really sketchy on those hard tires.
That's where the race can be won and lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
the
first
slip
two
is
laps
actually
even.
pretty large. The slip pulls you in from quite a way back. I found it during practice. It really does suck you in from quite far back. So there is still a chance to make up some time lost, but you have to watch the fuel. So you can't just keep revving this car out.
Okay, I'm going to jump off here quickly, guys. We'll catch you now.
BRB, he says.
BRB.
Alright, so it looks like everybody's done their laps now, coming in just for the parade lap here until the qualifying actually ends and the race gets underway. But while we're waiting for that to start, I'm going to go through some of the comments here. There are so many. Thank you guys so much for being so active and vocal here. See, there's a lot of shout outs. Yes, it is times 20 tire wear, Mr. Stignator there. I see you answering there for JP van Rensburg. Thank you so much for that. Monde saying let's go GTSA, man. Kendall Mao is screaming for Slipstream. Andre Bosch, Mr. Andre here saying skin of his hair, drive you Murray Walker twin you. Oh yeah. I wanted to say something else, but we're keeping it PG and family friendly. It's gonna be tough. I apologize. I might get excited and do some slips here. But just forgive me.
The same thing.
Just forgive me, guys. It's not that I'm a bad person. I promise you I'm a nice guy. But we're gonna just do what we can to make this thing awesome. Alright, we are in the waiting lobby now. Sorry about that. We're in the waiting lobby now. Guys will have a chance to switch their tires over to their preferred starting tire, and then the race will be underway shortly.
What is that, like the first 12 or 13 drivers within 8 tenths?
Oh,
It
man.
is absurd. Formula 1 needs to
But
take
1
some
and 2,
notes
I
here.
mean, 1 and 2, those times are just ridiculous.
Yeah, 1 and 2 under 26.
25.8.
3 and 4.
Jeez.
5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like there's like a set of twos which are doing like 2 close times to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be insane, and I love that the field is very much spread. It's not one team dominating either side of the pack. It's very much an even spread here in terms of points.
Actually, yeah, there is a good mix, yeah.
I mean, look at Sam and Gilara, like separated by 2,000ths of a second.
Oof, it is tight.
Oh, it makes me so like my heart is pumping here, and I'm not even racing.
Ooh, it's 10 seconds to race start, boys. I know you're as excited as I am. I say boys, I know we've got some females watching as well. Do apologize for that. But again, forgive me, we're excited. It's a lot of adrenaline. It's virtual racing, yes, but it's virtual racing at its best.
Absolutely.
Ooh, screen goes black. Here we go.
We're just having a nice look at the field here, just as the guys are lining up, waiting for the race to start. Oh, it's very, very exciting. I'm just going to make sure we have all the information up. Please forgive me for this.
Rev, send Stephen a invite. Party.
Lights out and away we go. Deaky taking it comfortably into the first corner. Very nicely done. See, there's a bit of issues going on with the stream, with the gameplay, thinking other people are in the lead, but Distinct Deaky still in the lead there. KBR Nilo coming off very nicely. Ghost Killer Pace not far behind. Quickly behind him coming through his Eco Boost. Superman-y KLM Pace. Fluffy Butt. A little bit of a gap between him and Nadeem. KBR Ghost going through nicely. Sam making it through cleanly. Gillibrain not far behind Sam, chasing that spot down. Nitro Merlin also hot on his tail there. Wolfie coming through the tunnel very cleanly. And Jet C491 coming through right at the back there. Very clean, lit off by everyone on the first lap. Those first few corners on cold tires, we know it's a torturous event.
Sorry, I'm pretty new, but I don't know, where do I send freaking invite here?
So just hold down the PlayStation button.
On the party chat.
Say party chat, say add player.
Okay, well, it shows he's already in the group, so I can't invite him.
Oh.
Oh, it does? Oh, wait, I'll invite him.
Thank you.
Cool.
Right, so we're just sitting on board with Deaky at the moment. Well, not on board, but watching his car, and then we're going to go through the list shortly. But this is the view that we wanted to see. All these GTRs coming down that straight. Absolutely flying. Deaky with the 1.29 second gap there. It looks like it's closing. Nilo coming in quite tight. And we're just going to go through down the list there. Rav, do you want to give us some of your thoughts?
I just saw that the battle between EcoBeast and Bryson, B van Rooyen, it's kicking off there, and the very, very close proximity there. So that looks like a battle that's waiting to unfold.
Yeah, we're going to keep a close eye on this. I'm also looking at Kalen's stream. He's sitting quite tight behind Manning there as well. Looking at Sniper's stream, he's watching Bryson with close eyes, as are we. We all know this is going to kick off like crazy. Kendall saying in chat, don't give them slipstream. I don't think they have a choice, Ken. This is a very tight track. It's very fast drivers. Oh man, it's so exciting. It's so hectic. I don't know what to say.
A penalty there, a 0.5 second penalty.
Oh no, let's go down and see.
Actually, we can't add Steven. It also says the same for me.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Can you guys just please message him there? Just don't want to miss anything on this side. We're gonna see here what happened to Fluffy. His penalty's not showing on the stream here.
He probably served it already.
I see.
Probably going wide over track limits in the tunnel, I assume.
Possibly. I want to just check something. I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom. This is Jet C491 bringing up the rear. Not far behind, I might add. I'm not saying he's slow. It's just an insanely competitive lobby. But he's only 10 seconds behind the leader. And in a race that starts off with a rolling start, that is not far behind.
Yeah, the rolling start actually puts him a further distance behind the actual qualifying times.
That's true, actually, yeah.
It really does. It makes it a bit easier in terms of a cleaner start, but it also does separate the racing quite a bit. Not so grand. It looks like some
putting Deaky under pressure there.
100%. He's staying close.
Leaving the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that just concerns me about the tires and fuel, though.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I wonder if it should be a better move to let him just pass and then let Deaky just, keep the slip, save the fuel, save the tires, since they have quite a decent gap.
Nilo might be thinking the same thing.
He might be, yeah. I don't
know. He hasn't like forced an overtake.
Force an error.
Funny enough, we're saying very much the same things. The one's trying to force an overtake, the one's trying to force an error. Same.
Oh man, this is absolutely intense here. There are nice little battles forming. Nilo making the move. Hopefully he's going to make it stick. Let's see what he does around the inside here. Keeping Deaky, parking it on the apex. So Deaky has nowhere to go but just sit in the sleeve. So Deaky now sitting in second. I think he's going to be comfortable there, so he can now just preserve his tires just a little bit more, preserve his fuel just that much more as well, and not stress too much about making any issues there. battle forming here. 4 people fighting for 3rd place. That's KBR EcoBoost.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Yeah, KBR EcoBoost, followed closely by Ghost Killer Pace, Manny right behind him, and KLM Pace hot on his heels, forming a little bit of a buffer between KLM Pace and Fluffy. About 1 second, just fluctuating there as the race goes on. But this battle here for 3rd position is going to be one to watch as well.
Yeah, they're going to be working together. I know they will definitely be working together. They'll stay in the slip. They're probably not going to be worried about EcoBoost up ahead. They'll work well there.
Fun fact. Ghost Killer Pace, Superman and KLM Pace, all in the same racing team, not just in GTSA, but part of Pace Motorsport. So yeah, working together, very beneficial, and these guys are not afraid of working together. They know each other very well. They race quite often.
Yeah.
So team orders might come through as well. We don't know. We hope not. Let the racing happen.
I'm not sure if I saw maybe DQ or Nilo with the penalty there.
Let's check it out. DQ with the 0.5 second penalty. We go away from these guys for like 2 seconds and it's kicking off.
Yeah, I would imagine because he didn't serve at this lap, it might have been before on the AstroTurf going before the tunnels on the straight.
Very possible.
That's where we've all picked up a lot of penalties in our practice.
It might have been it might be on the exit of turn 1.
No, I actually saw it be like as he went into the straight going towards the.
Oh right. Okay.
So the nice thing
he's gonna
is,
serve it. Yeah, that's gonna put quite a distance between Nilo and DK.
the nice thing is this penalty zone.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, that's very true. So the nice thing is the penalty zone is right near a corner, so you don't lose that much of time. But to gain that time back on the person ahead of you, especially when you've just dropped out of their slip, is a pain. On this track with tire wear, it's all happening now.
Yeah, so now it puts a slight buffer. Nilo is out of DK's slipstream, or DK is out of Nilo's slipstream, which EcoBoost is now trying to just edge into. I think it's about 8 or 0.75.
Yeah, somewhere around there. It is about 7, 8 tenths where the slip starts is really.
So, boys, just taking a break from the action, going to the chat. There is some controversy happening here in chat. So a question's been asked: who is Nilo? And a theory has come up amongst our viewers: is that Nilo and Dino are one and the same.
That's quite a thought, but yeah, can't confirm it.
Can't confirm it, but I doubt it because I was in KBR when Nilo was there, although I haven't spoken much to him. Yeah, don't want to put anything out there, but you know, he was a guy racing with Richard, and I don't think that it's Dino. Dino's only recently resurfaced.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be a big conspiracy.
Could be. Although DK has caught up into the slipstream of Nilo, so we'll see some action again between first, second, and third, and then the battle for 4th place kicks off between the pace guys.
The fun thing is, EcoBoost has sneakily brought his way into DK's slip here as well, and he's going to be in contention for that 1st place before the next pit stop. That's going to make things very fun coming out of the pits and seeing strategies come into play. This is what I love about this racing. I'm going to quickly jump down. I see a battle kicking off that I just want to have eyes on, so please forgive me as we scroll here. Because Gillibrain's making a move on Safwan Nadim into the first corner here, and he's making it stick. So Gillibrain goes from 10th to 9th with a clean and lovely move on Safwan. Yes, we are GTSA fans here, but that's just nice racing, and you've got to appreciate that.
Move is a move, yeah, that was a good move, yeah.
Yeah, move is a move, space was given, no contact, it's lovely. That's why we love this racing.
Guys, oh my lord, Gillibrain and Fluffy getting entangled here. It is now going too wide into the twisty section here in the center of this racetrack. Oh my lord. Gillibrain is making moves. He is now in 7th. This is incredible.
One thing I've raced against Gillibrain a lot of times, and he keeps consistency even under pressure.
Yeah, he's a very consistent driver. He really is like a good level head, which I enjoy racing with him. I've always enjoyed racing with him.
Boys, you've done a lot of practice here. Oh, it's kicking off. Somebody's gone for a spin. Gillibrain's lost quite a few positions there. I don't know if he got tapped or if he just lost traction. It wasn't very clear. And he's dropped all the way down to 11.
Ghost Killer as well. Ghost Killer was involved in that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Ghost Killer trying to crawl back there, not losing more positions. Oh my lord, you can see the damage on the cars. Oh, this race.
Again, it's in that tight hairpin after some incredible speed going out of the tunnel.
Gillibrain not giving
overshoot.
up though. Fluffy gone for a spin. Meeting Barrier are there, having a nice business section that side. Gillibrain trying to make up more positions.
Oh no, that's a terrible one.
Oh, that's one of the worst positions.
That's not, yeah.
One of the worst
Such
places
a
you can
tight
spin out.
Group of cars there. And the pressure's on.
Yeah,
Steven,
no.
rest in peace, Fluffy. Oh shit.
For one thing though, now Fluffy can focus on his catch up, because now he's not going to worry about anything else about in his mirrors or anything. While the rest of them is going to be racing under pressure. I'm not sure if the LNR guys are going to be trying to overtake each other. Gilaro went into the wall there, so just before the tunnels.
So,
People are really trying to go for the moves, yeah.
Alright, let's take a pause,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, it's not very wise.
A lot has happened in the last 20 seconds. It's been incredible. So let's take a restock here of where everyone is sitting. It's so far KBR EcoBoost in first position. Deaky in second, very close behind, hopefully making a move into turn one. We're just going to check with him and see what happens here.
Oh, Nilo dropped to 6 on that note.
Oh damn, I see that.
Undistinct Deaky going for the first position. He makes it stick. Oh, lovely. What a move. Absolutely incredible. This is some intense racing. Oh, my
on
lord.
the outside.
And Dino just
Around
coming to the
the
chat.
outside. Just like two trailer park girls, he went around the
Let's play
outside. He
nice.
made it stick. Oh, that's incredible. So it's Deaky in first now. KBR EcoBoost hot on his heels. Kalen has gone sneakily into third position, not letting anybody know about his strat there. Superman following him into fourth. Nilo into fifth now. He was 2 seconds ago, and already he's in fifth. Sam close behind and trying to catch Nilo there in sixth. In seventh sits Mr. Wolfie. Then close behind him, his teammate Mr. KBR Ghost 77. In ninth, it's Safwan Nadim. 10th, it's Ghost Killer Pace. We saw he had that bit of issues, making a good recovery coming up there. Gillibrain down to 11th now. We're not sure what's gone cracking there. Jeth C49 in 12th position. Nitro Merlin in 13th. And then Fluffy, unfortunately, at last position after that spin and his meeting with Barrier. 11 seconds behind Nitro Merlin and 26 seconds behind the lead. KBR EcoBoost making another move into turn one. Getting that speed down the straight with the slipstream. These guys are not giving up. It's a long race. We've got some time to kill, but they are not letting off. They just want to make everything happen here.
Yeah, I'd really love to see what the tires and fuel looks like. It's really killing me, but I know where they should be at the moment. On lap 10, so they effectively, depending on the strats here, should be doing another 2 more laps. I'm curious to see what the LNR guys' strategy is. It might be similar, who knows.
Yeah, I see EcoBoost has done two high 27.8, 27.9, and that is insanely fast if you're on the hard tires.
At that time of the race, sure, that's for sure.
It's absolutely mad. But just on that note, we've had a debunking of our theories here. Mr. Dino has sent a chat. He says he's not the one. But it was fun while it lasted.
But Steven's like, oh, funny that Nilo dropped down to 6th place and now Dino's on the chat. Steven, you can't keep anything away from him, eh? Oh, man. No, as I said, I've raced with the guys. I know that Nilo isn't Dino. So,
Yeah, no, we were all just making light of it. It was very suspicious. It was very fun. It was a conspiracy theory of note. Will Deaky make a move going into turn one? I think he's a bit too far back. But he's just going to keep it nice and calm, cool and collected. But sticking right on EcoBoost, making sure he knows, hey man, I'm here. You make a mistake and we end this.
Yeah, I'm seeing Dino also said EcoBoost can run mid 27s on the odds. And that's also insane pace. But then you get the race where things change, so I mean, like you see constant 28s for probably both DK and EcoBoost, which is just what racing is. You'll always do your best times in your qualifier laps or even your practice, because then you don't really have to worry about race. You're always constantly thinking like the next 3 laps, 4 laps ahead, when you're gonna put, what tires you're gonna use, what tires would be best, where you're gonna come out. So many different things to consider while you're in the race compared to qualifiers, time trials.
Yeah, 100%. So just as we switch to Serious Sam and Nilo making a nice move there. Sam getting a very poor exit, but it looked like earlier Nilo was going to spin out, but he caught it quite nicely, managed to recover and gets that position ahead of Sam just before the last straight as well. There's a nice group forming here towards the rear. It's going to prove for some insane action. Look how tight these guys are. Holy damn.
Yeah, Trips, I want to see also like going from top to bottom. Let's go back to Fluffy, see the lap times he's been doing, and then go up from there just to see what the guys are doing in terms of pace.
Yeah, fantastic. So Fluffy's been quite consistent until his little bit of a rocky issue there on lap 8, but he's currently sitting with his fastest time at 1:28 and most recent time at 1:29 on, as we know, quite cooked tires. Nitro Merlin got into the pits as well as Gillibrain. They've both now been overtaken by Fluffy, but we know he needs to pit still. Jeth here, his fastest time of 1:28, previous lap 1:29. So you see the guys are dropping off a bit. Everyone's around 1:28.6, 1:28.5 so far. Going up to Ghost Killer Pace, then KBR Wolfie in 8th, KBR Ghost in 7th, Serious Sam in 6th, Nilo opening a tiny bit of a space there between him and Sam in 5th, Supermanny in 4th quite comfortably, following closely behind KLM Pace, who's in 3rd. Then Distinct DK and EcoBoost have their own little pack going on there. There are now a little bit of a gap between them, but they're quite safe from 3rd. So that's DK in 2nd, EcoBoost in 1st.
Yeah, well, I see in the chat Dino says the Nilo spin does make for sus timing when he comes on. But yeah, it would be cool to see what Dino does now when his time is back, and to see what the competition holds for him as he gets his groove back into the game.
Ooh, so this is going to shake things up.
And out of fuel.
Yeah, it's going to shake things up quite nicely. EcoBoost has been pushing himself here, and Deaky's going around for one more lap. Do you think he's going to run out of fuel by the end? We don't know. We don't have telemetry open. I apologize for that again.
I don't think so. In practices, like some of the guys could even like do like, let's say low to mid 29s, but get 14 laps out of the odds. It's insane, the fuel saving, and still maintain a decent pace. It's crazy what the top guys can do.
And looking at the pace here, it's not, although it looks very intense during the race, but the lap times here are a little bit, it's not, they're not slow, but they're slightly slower than in our practice. So more fuel saving would have probably been done here. And also with the battles, making the laps a little slower too.
100%.
Yeah, naturally that is the way of racing. So you, again, like I said earlier, you'll be slower in your race because you have a lot more on your mind compared to practice. Even a practice race with let's say all your drivers, all your subs, making maybe a 10-man group, you're still not like fully committed. You're thinking, okay, this is what I want to try out, this is what I want to maybe do later on.
Exactly.
But in the race you want to do everything at your best. Yes. That is just the weird thing about racing. You think so much that you end up bringing yourself down a little bit in terms of pace. Not all the time, but most of the time. A whole group, 6 pressure. Guys into the pits now, yeah.
Yep, that's their That's their first stint. Their first strat is now complete.
So let's see what tires the guys are on.
They did very well with the fuel.
What tires they go on? It looks like a fresh set of tires. Oh yeah, you can see as they come out of the pits, I forget. Yeah, Kalen going on the mediums, Ghost going on the mediums. I didn't see the rest of them though.
Yeah, there's some guys that are... There's sort of two strats here that they could do. There's another hard stint and then a medium, or a double medium after this, like I said. So we'll see. Very interesting to see what these guys get up to.
Yeah, because personally I tried running the mediums, and my first attempt on it I got a measly 7 laps on him, but I was like pushing to see what laps I could get. But the most I could get in practice was 9. Like, but these guys easily could probably run more, without a doubt.
All right, so I think
they're looking at a 9 or 10, or 10 actually.
So I think everyone has pitted now for their new change of tires. So let's just run through the list, see where everyone's sitting so far. KBR EcoBoost quite comfortably in the lead there, so his strategy definitely paid off for them there. With 6 seconds behind is Distinct Deaky. Quite far behind with 4 seconds as well is KLM Pace. Superman not far behind him. Those two have been running quite close this whole race. KBR Ghost in 5th. KBR Nilo back up into 6th. And KBR Gillibrain into 7th, Jet C491 into 8th, Ghost Killer Paste into 9th, Sam's dropped all the way down to 10th, and he's got a 0.5 second penalty on. That just breaks your heart because he's not 0.5 seconds ahead of who's in 11th, which is Safwan Nadeem. Coming down to the last straight, might make a move there, doesn't want to go for it quite yet. He knows he can just hold on to that till the penalty zone. DMR Nitro Merlin right behind him in 12th. KBR Wolfie coming 7 seconds behind him there in 13th. And then RTA Fluffy closing that gap quite nicely. He's only 6 seconds behind Wolfie in 14th position. So that's how it's shaken down now after the pit stops. My top 3 for this race has all gone down the drain. It's now just shaken up completely.
That's what I love about this game, man.
No, it's going to get interesting now. This stint in the middle is super important. They're going to need to be on point here because that final one is absolutely crucial. You'll see how it turns out at the end.
Yeah,
there might be some guys going on hards, and there might be some guys going on mediums.
Yeah, and that's something that we can't see.
That. Yeah, exactly. What happens in this stint is what's going to determine that.
Yeah, so we'll see probably in the next 10 laps or so. By lap 25 to 27, we'll see who comes in on the mediums, who goes in on odds,
right?
What they come out of the pits on. That's gonna be insane.
Hard
is better in the wet. I'm pretty sure that's factual.
Wow. You say okay? I'm gonna let that comment slide.
No. We're thinking about tires. We're
gonna keep it PG.
We're thinking about tires. Yeah. Unfortunately, there is no wet racing here on this track.
Yeah, no, we're keeping it dry. We're keeping it kosher. Just want to let you guys know as well. We've just crossed 320 comments on the chat, so that's awesome to see. I love it. EcoBoost opening up a bit of a gap consistently here to Deaky, so definitely different strategies are at play. Tires are playing a very big role.
Did he come out
here.
in mediums or softs?
I'm honestly not
mediums
sure.
Or hards?
Mediums. I think we're doing it for mediums.
No, he's on mediums. Yeah, he's on 27.2. That's mediums for sure.
Oh, and definitely set the fastest lap there.
100%.
Yeah, so that's a medium.
Oh wow.
Pace is on medium as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have telemetry open, guys. Like we said, we're just keeping it so that no strategies can be shared, information given across borders, keeping the race nice and fair. So unfortunately, we can't give you that information other than what we've been able to see as the guys come out the pits.
Yeah, so when the next set of pit stops, keep an eye on those positions, see what the guys come in and out on. Preferably going in nicely and smooth, coming out with a good tire. Trying to keep it very respectful, yeah. Trying to not to let Tro's mind go haywire, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very slippery slope, my guy. I apologize. But back to the racing. Superman here under threat from KBR Ghost. Quite close between the two, just 0.242 and closing quickly. KBR Ghost wanting to make Manny make a mistake here, coming down the last straight as well. Very easily done in this corner as well, but Manny keeping it nice and flat through there, making sure he stays on that apex, not allowing Ghost to get a better run on him. But that slip still plays quite a big role. This is a
and I think this is where Ghost is going to make his move with that slip. Manny is also not one to break under pressure.
We got a comment here from Mr. Ken. If we can put telemetry on since it's halfway through the race, but we don't have permission yet.
Nah, I think just in order to not ruffle feathers, guys, we're just gonna keep it the same. I've also got so I've got Sniper's stream up as well. So I'm just seeing if in the event he puts his telemetry on, then we'll do the same here. But we're just gonna keep it off for now, guys, just to make sure everything's fine. We might turn it on for the last lap, just to see what's cracking. But by then it's not going to make much of a difference.
Maybe like the last lap or two, because then it's not really worth someone saying, oh, now you can go put.
Yeah,
not much can happen in 2 laps, I suppose.
Yeah. Unless you maybe throw a comment on Sniper's channel, just hear what he thinks about that idea.
Yeah, why not? Let me type that up quickly. I'm gonna mute myself because my keyboard's freaking loud.
Well, I know the sound of that.
Ken is trying to start something here as well. Ruffles and feathers, he says.
Now that's what I like about both these communities. Feathers can be ruffled, but no feathers are plucked.
That's a very good saying. I like
that. that came out of my mouth before it went through my head properly. So yeah, it's good that it worked. Looks like Ghost is also catching up decently to Kalen, but 3.5 seconds between Deke and Kalen and Ghost as well.
I can't see I'm on the GTSA stream, so we're just on Superman right now, and I'm seeing the gap. Superman is also right up close to Ghost as well.
Yeah, and I think that's where the difference in strategies, maybe putting a lap earlier, a lap later, the tires would be warmer. In a case of like the guy that's exiting the pits maybe wouldn't have as fast a lap as the guy that's already on his flying lap.
Yeah, and 13 was the sort of maximum. It was very interesting to see Deke go out for one more. I think that may have just slowed him down a little bit too much. Maybe.
And that's the thing, we won't know until that last stint is completed.
True.
Or is underway. Then we'll see either times are going to go up or down, lap times are going to improve or decrease, and that's the long wait. So the race is unfolding. Nadim on Gilara's butt there. He's getting close up, probably sizing up a move now at the end. Gilara goes defensive by the looks of it. Yes, very, very defensive. Nadim on the outside, is he going to go for an outside move?
No, he'll put maybe an undercut, yeah. He's going to turn early.
Turn in early, get a decent run, maybe he'll go for the first turn, yeah. But Gilara, I know Gilara is a strong defender, so he will defend that with his life.
Alright, so we've been given the go-ahead to show telemetry.
Wow.
So there it is. With this new information,
there you go, my peeps.
Let's go right to the top of this list here and see how Oaks are faring out. Wow, okay. So KBR EcoBoost.
So never mind late reveal races, now we've got late reveal telemetry.
Yeah, late reveal telemetry.
Steven, you can put that one in your pocket.
Alright, so EcoBoost here, his tires are almost cooked, man, and his fuel is definitely down, so he's going to be coming into the pits, but he's on racing mediums, that is now confirmed. Distinct Deke still on racing hards, half a tank of fuel left, tires not looking too shabby.
Oh, Deke went to the hards.
Yeah, pace on medium tires, half fuel tank of fuel left. He's still got some laps to go in him. KBR Ghost, similar situation, but just a lot less fuel there, so there's definitely different strategies coming into play. Supermanny on Racing Hearts as well, also not as much fuel as Kalen. Kalen's been fuel saving quite phenomenally, I must say, given that him and Supermanny have gone in at the same time. Nilo close behind on Racing medium tires that are absolutely done on the right hand side there. The left still showing life, but right is almost klar, with just under a quarter tank of fuel. Jeth coming with medium tires, also cooked. We know they don't last long, but wow, this is incredible. Also under a quarter tank of tires. Safwan Nadim's on mediums. Fantastic stuff. Still got some life. Rear's not looking so fantastic. He's just between a quarter and half tank there. Serious Sam is there, and sorry, Gillibrain's just taking the position away from Nadim as well while I was just scrolling through, so that's fantastic. What timing there. Sam on Racing Hard tires with just under half a tank, also not looking so fresh, but he's pushing through. Nitro Merlin, Racing Hards are looking great, but his fuel's not, so he's definitely going to be coming in at the end of this lap for a pit stop. Ghost Killer Pace on Racing Mediums, which are almost fried with just over a quarter tank of fuel. KBR Wolfie, medium tires, also cooked, also under quarter tank of fuel. And Fluffy right on Wolfie's tail now. What a recovery from Fluffy. That's incredible. Medium tires, they're just dipping below, and that's his right front tire has just gone full red now, but he's got just between a quarter and half a tank of fuel, so he's going to try and stretch those tires to make them last a bit, but you can see he's been pushing.
I think another lap, yeah. Well. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Ghost is in with the mediums there.
Okay, there's something interesting I'm seeing here as we went through all of it, that you know, the GTSA guys have definitely done better fuel saving from what I can tell through this.
So, very good point. Now, is that because they've been practicing and they're just handling it better, or is it because the LNR guys have a specific strategy, because they all seem to be using the same amount of tires, using a similar amount of fuel as well? So is that just based on strategy or based on experience? We don't know until the end result.
Yeah.
And I think Ghost came out on another set of mediums there, which is going to be a terror to go all the way to the end, so maybe we'll be seeing a set of softs.
To be able to do 10. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing now. That's the thing. We don't know their strats, they don't know our strats, so it's going to be a real interesting last, what is it, 20 minutes left of the race? So 13 laps, 20 minutes or so.
Ikabu's back on the mediums into third place now after his pit stop. His quick splash and dash there, not quite filling up, getting it to 3/4. Will that get into the end of the race? I'm pretty sure it will.
No. It looks like just based on my prediction, I think he's gonna do another stunt, but on soft. That's what I'm guessing. He's gonna push the score like to its limits now with this stunt, and hopefully he'll be able to climb back a lot.
You might be right, because you would have put in more fuel if he was gonna go all the way.
Yeah, interesting. The strategies are fun. That's what I like about this game, man.
I have a lot to say, but I think I'm just going to keep quiet. I'm just going to let it play out.
No. We want to hear this now. Come on, you can't leave us hanging like that.
Speculate. We'll see. Until 29 and racing softs, that's what Dino says.
It's just my perspective. Yeah, this is my perspective. I don't know if running on, pitting and then running the softs is going to be faster than the guys doing the two mediums at the end, or even a medium and then a hard.
That's all to see, because I mean,
the double medium.
Yeah, the double medium works, but the thing is, when you can push on softs, so they definitely gonna be going for fastest lap, which I'm probably thinking is gonna be in the 25s.
You got 3 laps max pushing hard on the softs.
Ooh, good move made by Ghost going into the penultimate corner there on Sam. I know there was a little bit of argy-bargy there. The drivers might not be happy with that, but what a move going in there, just getting that position. I think Sam's going to try and challenge him coming into this braking zone, though.
Either that, I would say maybe he wouldn't go for the move here because it leads up to another long straight. But we'll see. Let's see what he does.
Ooh, dropping back quite a bit there. Sam didn't get as great of an exit on that corner as he would have liked, but he is in the slipstream there, so he does have that to work towards him. Will it get him close enough going into turn 1 though?
Iko doing a double medium stint, Diki doing a double racing hard stint.
Yeah, but you see, the fuel is the issue there.
Yeah.
And like you said, was it you, Travis, that said that they're using a lot more fuel?
Yeah, it seems like
yeah.
it. Sam needing to go into the
was quite
pits at the end of this lap.
Because Diki, remember, Diki went in 1 lap after Eco.
Yes.
And Diki had just under half a tank. You know, when Eco went in.
That's the thing. And what I love about this is that we don't know exactly like how it's gonna play out. That's what I love about it.
So because the field is quite spread out now, I'm just looking for some battles, so please excuse me if I'm chopping and changing between the drivers. We just want to give you as much action as we possibly can. But if there's a specific driver you guys want to see, just give us a shout there and then we'll put them up.
Yeah, we're rooting for Fluffy. He needs to come back. I need 5 places, Fluffy. Let's go, boy.
Fluffy's already in 11th,
Just
man. This is
night,
incredible. His tires are dead. Both right-hand tires are gone. They're nowhere to be seen. He's running on wires at the moment. He needs to pit, but he is not letting off. He is not letting off. He's not calming down. He is pushing that car to its absolute limits.
Yeah, he's maxing out the strat. You see, he knew he could run on the red. He knew he could run a decent time on the tire, on the medium. It still kind of holds a little, which is good. But it's just really unfortunate from his spin. Really, really unfortunate. It's not a good spot to spin out. There he goes in now. So let's see.
Sam in on hards, Nadim in on mediums, Fluffy in on mediums. What are they gonna go out on?
Yeah, I have a feeling that Fluffy might just try and go for that medium again.
Yeah, I saw Sam went out on mediums as well.
So this is where it's going to come boiling down to. You see, Diki needs to pit now. So he's going to top up his fuel. He's going to get fresh tires on. EcoBoost is going to come flying past on his medium tires. But he's going to have to stop again soon, as we think, because it's 35 laps. I don't think those tires are going to last him another 10, nor will that fuel. Will Diki be able to overtake EcoBoost in the pits and keep that first position thereafter?
Diki's in.
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
I just heard Kalen's stream now. He's not impressed that Diki is on hards and still pulling away from him, what it seems from his side point of view.
Yeah, Kalen was, Kalen, he was doing so good in the practice. He really was. I mean, he's up there still, but his stints were awesome. So
Diki definitely comes down on mediums.
Yeah, I knew he was going to do 10 medium because it was easily doable.
Have a look at Ghost for me, will you? I see how's he doing on fuel and tires.
His fuel is still sticking with him.
Up there.
Yeah, no, doing seriously well against the competition. Right up against Diki. Ooh. And the thing is, you never know what could happen. He could try and pressure Diki enough to force an error, but that's the thing. Diki is a damn veteran. He doesn't break under any pressure. I don't think I've ever seen him spin.
Yeah, I think that Ghost is going to probably just try and hang back here, in my opinion.
Because he is definitely in the slipstream, definitely catching up. He probably can save a little bit more fuel and tires, maybe to run an extra lap.
Yeah.
But
he's not going to run the times that Deke is going to run, so you might as well just use that to your advantage, save the fuel.
Yeah, do you know the race time is definitely going to be above 50 minutes, my dude. It's still another 8 laps.
Yeah.
Laps ranging for 1.5 to 1.5 minutes.
The field is very much spread now, as you can see from the track icons there. The strategies have definitely separated people. The spins have separated everyone. The tires have separated, and as we say that, KBR Ghost goes for a nice spin with that times 20 tire wear. That's not going to be fun. But he's caught it and carrying on. Lost a little bit of time to Diki there.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, but and that's the second time he's done that in that very same spot, actually. But he's done so well.
Spot.
He's done so well to keep that car under control, because I know, okay, just speaking from experience, I'm definitely not as fast as these guys, but when I start sliding like that, I'm dead in the water. You can count me out the race, but these oaks are incredible. I love it.
You know, I've had a few moments going on that twisty turny section, and catching it is possible, but geez, you have to like throw your wheel halfway off the table to catch it.
Oh man, this race
Let's scan through those drivers and see their fuel and tires.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to quickly go to this battle here, because I see it's popping off quite a bit between Wolfie and Ghost Killer Pace, but it seems to have settled down now. I apologize for getting to that a bit too late. But yeah, let's check the drivers out. KBR Ikubu's got a very comfortable lead there, but we know he might need to stop, so that's going to shake things up. Sitting in first, second position is Diki with 14 seconds behind Ikubu's. Right behind him is KBR Ghost, doing incredibly well, keeping that car nice and tidy. KLM Pace not far behind there in fourth. KBR Nilo in fifth. Jeth in sixth. Supermanny in seventh. Killerbrain in eighth. Nitro Merlin in ninth. The tires and fuel wear here, guys, I don't know if you're seeing that, but I am going through it a bit fast. I apologize, but it's very much similar in this top pack here. It's incredible. It's like they're all sharing the same strat. Safwan Nadim with great tire usage there. He's just pitted as well, so that's to be expected. But I see Sam's got a penalty, 0.5 seconds. Fresh tires, good fuel, but he doesn't want to see that 0.5 seconds. It's just going to interfere with his race there, unfortunately dropping him out of that slipstream of Safwan Nadim going into the long straights. Wolfie in 12th, his tires...
Nadim's going to pick up some places.
Yeah, no, he definitely will. Nadim is always one of those guys, when I raced with him a few times, obviously he's all the way in the front, but in the last stages of the race, you can't count him out. He's done that 6th to 1st many times. Did I say first? First. There we go, finding the letters. KBR Wolfie in 12th, his tires are looking grand. He can still do laps on those. He's got enough fuel as well, but hot on his tail is Ghost Killer Pace. His tires, he's on racing hards, and Wolfie is on mediums, but Ghost Killer Pace still keeping with him, staying in that slipstream, just proving how strong that slip really is. And Wolfie not far behind. Oh, it looks like Wolfie's spun again. Oh my. That is unfortunate. Wolfie's spinning.
Yeah, sure.
And his tires were good. He's got damage as well to his front and to his drivetrain. That is not what he wants to see. It's just not his race today.
Definitely
so unfortunate.
not. And I mean, he was
as well.
Yeah, I think Strubs was talking about Fluffy. It's just a stream delay. You said Wolfie, bro.
I said Wolfie. I apologize, boys.
You said Wolfie.
I meant Fluffy. I meant. Sorry, guys.
That's unfortunate. That sucks. Because we know Fluffy is a fast driver. It's probably the thought of I spun and I need to get back into the game, and then you try and push yourself too hard, and things happen, falls apart. It happens.
It happens, yeah. He was definitely trying to make up for that last time for sure, and mixing up that strat a bit.
And Ghost Killer as well. Sorry, Travis. I remember he told me that he's not going to put in the effort to try mediums because he can't save tires well, so he'll just go on 3 hard stints.
So
but
I just want to.
I'm not sure if. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, there's some action where?
The EcoBoost and Ghost, they both went in. They're going on to softs.
And both coming out. I just want to say quickly, before anybody here gets anything, Celine Harilal, who said hi babe, that's my fiance. keep the comments pleasant, please, guys. Behave yourselves.
Who's the babe here?
I am the babe, so just
do a
calm
background
yourself
check.
there, Mr. Stiggs. Ken is saying, Triv, you got a Thrustmaster? No, I am the Thrustmaster. I have a Logitech G29 though. But we'll move past that one.
I just realized what you said.
And you're the one saying keep it PG. What are you saying?
Sorry. Sometimes I can't help it. But yeah, so races kicked off. Battles are happening all over the place. We don't know
Something
who to
else
watch.
is kicking off too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, no, I saw
This is
Kalen left KBR Eco Beast, he left the pits just in front of Kalen. So, unfortunately, I don't think Kalen will be able to take Eco Boost unless he makes a major mistake. But I don't see that happening given Eco Boost's skill level. So, Kalen also has to keep it on track. It is 12 seconds ahead of Superman. It is a significant gap that he pulled out.
You see, Manny caught up a space as well. He's ahead of Ghost. Well, obviously that's because of the pit.
Yeah, so it's coming down to mediums versus softs. Gilara and Jeff also just went in the pits there. So Nadim is gonna pass them, Nilo is past them, Sam as
Made up some
well.
places and now he's gonna make more. Yeah, there you go. Well done, Nadim. That's awesome from him.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know him from PSR, and I actually met him in person at Comic Con a few weeks ago. Very chill oak. Originally a South African F1 racer, but he just has a lot more friends playing GT, so he thought he'd give it a shot.
He came to the dark
man's
side.
fast. He came to the dark side, and here at the dark side we have unlimited power and cookies.
Power and cookies. I love it. I'm just trying to look for battles here, guys, to show you guys some action because it has settled down a bit now as Oaks are rounding out this race with 4 laps left to go. I've been on the edge of my seat the whole time. I haven't sat back for a second because there's just so much going on. We don't know where to look, why to look, how to look. There's another battle going on. I'm just going to look at that. Ghost hot on the heels of Superman here. Closing. He's closing on him. With 4 laps left to go.
That's going to be softs versus mediums. Manny will have to defend very hard these next few laps.
You can see Manny weaving slightly.
In the slipstream there.
Keeping him at bay coming through the twisty section here in sector 1. It's going to be very, very tight. Any small mishaps
Manny's
here.
on hards. I didn't even realize. I thought he was in medium. Sorry, Travis.
Manny is on hards. It was actually a very good spot. I didn't even look at his tires. I just looked at the wear to see if he'd be able to keep the grip coming through here because we know it's going to be difficult. Ghost also in that dirty air, not the easiest, but that soft tires definitely helping him. I think those soft tires are definitely going to hold him through the end of the race. His fuel's going to keep him there, and that pace is going to be on him. Coming through to this last straight here, and he makes a move. Will it stick? Was there contact? There was contact. Superman is in the wall. Oh my lord! Trying to get a better view of this.
You see, there's too much pushing.
Yeah,
it's really unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
That is just not what you want to see. That racing was very, very close. Manny going into the wall there was just hit on the left rear. Oh, absolutely unfortunate. I don't know if we have stewards for this league, but I think Manny's going to want them involved.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that also gives Gilara a chance to gain another position as well.
It does. I'm just looking at Sam now. Sam's picked up another penalty. It's so unfortunate, but he's going into the pits. Okay, cool. I was looking at his tires. They were cooked, wondering if he's going to make it for 3 more laps. But he's done the smart thing, made sure he's just going to take the car to the end. Lose a few positions in the process, but keep it there. Manny is fighting now with Gillibrain here after that incident. Coming into turn 1, I think he's going to have to give that position up. Gillibrain's just got the legs on him there, also on a better tire coming through. But Manny's strategy, oh man, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that is. He was doing so well. even if he was going to lose one place, on the straight, of course, the softs would have, been able to make the move on a straight, and then, he would have solidified that. What is it, 5th place?
And Jeth with a penalty behind Ghost Killer as well.
Jeth also using a bit of argy-bargy to get through get that position. He makes it stick, but he is going to lose that position most likely going into the braking zone here with his penalty, and quite a few guys hot on his heels. Look at that. Ghost Killer Pace, DMR Nitro Merlin, and Sam. All 3 within fighting distance, but now Sam with the 3.5 second penalty. Oh my, I think he went into the pits or came out of the pits quite incorrectly, and he's been punished for that.
Yeah, it would have been the pits. Yeah, it would have been the pits for sure, yeah.
Will Nitro Merlin make a move here on Ghost Killer Pace? Bryson making sure he defends there, parking it on the apex. Oh my lord, like a bus. And keeping that position. Nitro Merlin not getting the exit he wanted from that, but still in slipstream, so he's going to reel him in coming into the next corner.
Yeah, this was an interesting strategy, them going on the softs. It's quite a risky move, for those last couple of laps. The softs.
And let's see the leader. Apparently there's a battle.
No, Distinct Deke still got a nice gap there to KBR EcoBoost. I was checking that on the other stream as well, just to make sure we don't miss that battle. But EcoBoost
Fluffy
is
did
closing
get the
down.
fastest lap as well, just by the way.
Oh, wow. Good job, man.
Oh, Deke's tires are gone. He has to really feather his way to the end there. EcoBoost is gonna catch up very fast here going in towards the last lap. So we'll see what this last lap unfolds.
Yeah, I think he's got enough time. See, the mediums should have done 10 laps, but maybe he was just trying to push a little bit, trying to stay ahead.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the medium, with this times 20 rates of tire wear. The moment you start pushing, even just for one lap, you could lose like the next 2 just by over pushing on one lap.
Yeah, he's got to make 4 seconds in a lap. He keeps it smooth. He's in there. He's got it.
That gap is going down fast, like a tenth every tick of the timers.
So we will be joining that shortly. I just want to check. There's a battle going on here between Supermanny and Jeth, but Supermanny's got a penalty. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's go here. There's a nice battle here, 3-way battle it looks like, between Nitro Merlin, Ghost Killer Pace and Sam. Sam, after serving that penalty, has come back with a vengeance. He wants to make sure he gets that position back. But I just have to say, guys, Fluffy, not his race, but what a champion. What an absolute champ, not giving up, not letting off until the very end. Oh, that man has so much of heart and drive. I think driver of the day for me. Distinct Deke coming across the line in first, close behind is EcoBoost, and then KLM Pace closing off the podiums there. Not far off. Absolute, what a finish there. Not sure what's happened, but on the race we saw Deke come in first, but KBR is now showing first. It's a very weird thing that's gone on.
Oh yeah, that is weird. A minute penalty. Oh, you're supposed to. Kalen also gets a minute penalty.
This is a lot of things are going on. We're not too sure, but let's see the finishing list here.
Maybe there's some lobby setting that's wrong.
I really think something's gone quite awry there. The KBR EcoBoost officially is taken first position with KBR Ghost, then Nilo in third, Gillibrain in fourth, Jeth in fifth, Nitro Merlin in sixth, Sam in seventh, and the lobby has closed.
Yeah, it looks like the lobby settings were wrong based off that.
Yeah.
That is highly unfortunate. Wow.
It happens. As a wise man once said, the race is rigged.
Because if I'm not mistaken, there was no mandatory tires that was supposed to be given.
Yeah, nothing was said about that, so maybe that was just a lobby setting. It could have just been something that was Just missed it, maybe.
Yeah, I think we need to discuss that as well with the guys, just to get some clarification. I think there are some guys that are quite upset. I'm seeing chats on Kalen's side. I'm seeing chats on
I'm seeing
Sniper's side.
The group here go crazy.
It is quite frustrating when this happens, but you know, if it is an issue, we will make sure we get the right results out to you guys. But wow, what a race from start to finish! Absolute nightmares, man. And just to let you guys know, we passed 500 comments on the stream, so that's quite awesome, don't you think?
That is awesome, yeah.
Yeah, no, things happen, but very, very, what I would say, clash of strategies. That soft stint at the end was really, really good, because I mean, the tires at the end, they just made up a world of difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it seems like there was a little bit of pressure. Maybe the GTSA guys' tires didn't last as well as they thought, or in race. I don't know. I mean, you're racing now with 7 other drivers as well on top of it, so it's definitely a tough thing to work out with that many guys on track. But it was interesting. I wasn't convinced about the RS, but
they showed us some flames.
It worked. Yeah, so boys, if you want to sign off, thank the people.
Yeah, save the replay. I think you did save the replay. Share it where you can. Share where you can. Well, I'm just wanting it for the pictures, man.
I will share it as soon as we're done here, buddy.
Awesome. Well done to both teams. That is a very close race, like on both sides, definitely. Seriously good stuff from both LNR and GTSA drivers.
Yeah, it was such a good mix. The guys were very competitive back and forth throughout the entire grid, so it was awesome to watch. Well done to everybody, honestly. Really, really well done.
Definitely. And yeah, people are already signing off because load shedding.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Things.
Yeah, so guys, I just want to say from my side, from the commentator side, thank you so much for watching, for joining us here. I know the end was a bit controversial, but we will get some clarity there, and we will share that updates with you guys. But as it stands, I've been Triv. I thank you so much for watching us, for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yeah, and just remember, Dino is not Nilo. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for the chat.
Good night, guys.